Listen, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite guests, expert Eric Fitman Brown joins us today on Soulful Sunrise, a respected fitness professional, a wellness coach, a motivator. He has helped countless people discover getting healthy is less about punishment and more about creating a lifestyle that you enjoy. His practical approach reminds us that movement is medicine. Consistency, he says, consistency creates transformation, and you don't have to spend hours in the gym to improve your health. Welcome to Soulful Sunrise, Eric Fitman Brown on this July 3rd. But before he says anything, we got a little song for him, his theme song. Let's give it to him, Niall.
Good morning, Karen.
Hey, we played this for you this morning. Good morning.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. One of my
we
favorites.
know the world is yours.
The world is yours. Absolutely.
Yes.
How you doing today?
I'm amped. I'm hype. It's July 3rd. It's Friday. It's going to be a great weekend. We're celebrating our contributions as Black folks, as history tries to erase us. So what is your word of the day? And what is one contribution that we created that you want to make sure that your legacy, that your baby knows about, the next generation? What would that be? And what is your word of the day?
Well, my word of the day, my word is very consistent. It's consistency. Okay, that's the word of my whole life. Okay, just being consistent. Consistency is the word of the day, of the month, of the year. And when it comes to us, I want to go into my world, the world of bodybuilding.
Yes, talk.
The first Black Mr. Olympia, Sergio Oliva, won 3 consecutive Mr. Olympias from 1967 to 1969. His physique was known as the Myth. Okay, one of the few men to actually defeat Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wow.
In competition. So I want to go to bodybuilding to celebrate us.
And people don't know that.
No, it's not well known at all. It's been buried in history, but Sergio Oliva, the Myth, the first Black Mr. Olympia.
And so let me ask you, because he said he defeated Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
Oh, yes, he did.
Did he get that, I don't know, that celebration, that glory? Because we were talking about this week how Jesse Owens, at the Olympics and everything that he did, when he came back home, he had to be a janitor. So did Mr. Sergio, did he get some good luck and go on to do other things?
Sergio, while he earned the respect of his competitors within the world of bodybuilding, I would say that outside of that world, he's not as well known as he should be. And it's very similar to what happened to a lot of our legends like Jesse Owens.
Yeah, we're going to have to change that narrative. We have to do. James Peterson, what's up? He says, like Joe, rest and relaxation are the wave this weekend, Karen. Wave, love your show. Hey, Brother James, love your show. So listen, I want to ask you, this is Black Mental Health Month, Black Mental Wellness Month, just black. What would you say to us? Do people really need to, during this heat wave especially, and the summer when the air conditioner bill is going to be higher, how can we stay fit? Is it a gym membership or is it just commitment and consistency, your words?
Well, I mean, here's where this thing starts, and here's where the AC helps us a lot. Most gyms are air conditioned.
True that.
So we can get in our air conditioned car, most of us, and then drive to our air conditioned gym and still take care of our business in the air conditioning. Now,
what about you ain't got no air conditioning in your car? Can you work out at home?
Well, I mean, oh yeah, absolutely. You can definitely train at home. There's a lot of body weight exercises that folks can do. We can do burpees. We can do push-ups. We can do body weight squats. We can do planks. I mean, there's lunges. There's a lot of stuff that we can do. So just because the outdoor temperature is not very safe, I wouldn't recommend somebody go out to the track at noon and try to sprint, and they haven't been doing that. But at home in the AC, absolutely.
So, you can do it. You just have to commit to it, like you're saying. I want to ask you, this is something when I hear a lot lately from people about working out and consistency, especially because we are talking about Black Mental Health Month, and you know how important, that movement and the brain, they go together, right? They're like peaches and herb, right? They go together like that. What would you say if somebody says, "Oh, you look like you are in shape"? What does that mean from a health perspective? I know that you are a trainer and not a health practitioner, but when somebody says you are in shape, air quotes, is it a diss, or are they trying to say to you, you're in shape?
No, I mean, if somebody says that you're in shape, it means that you have the appearance of somebody who works out, of somebody who eats well. A lot of folks actually tell me sometimes that they are in shape, and then I can look at them and say, well, I don't know about that, because the body reflects what we do. So your food intake, how you exercise, how often you exercise, how you sleep, all these things are reflective in how you move and how you look.
Most people say, I've been reading these books, right? And You by, have you read this book by Eric Thomas, PhD?
I have not read that book, but I listen to a lot of his
Okay, on
motivational
YouTube?
speeches while I'm training, while I'm actually working out.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
He don't
Yes.
play.
He don't play no games.
No games, and he's talking about his background, where he come from, and all of this, and about like the person looking back at you is you, and what you gonna do about it, right? So if you only have 20 to 30 minutes to train somebody that is gonna give up, then 35 minutes in, what would be the exercise for 20 to 30 minutes you would make sure that they do? Now let's break it down. This person is only in their 30s. What would you have them do to 20, 30 minutes? Then another person's in their 40s and 50s and so on. You, what you gonna do?
The exercises themselves don't have to change much. It's the execution of the exercises. Okay, I'll say that again.
Yeah, say it slower. People in the cheap seats. Yeah.
The exercises themselves don't have to change. It's the execution of the exercise. So let's say a squat, for example. Let's say somebody's in their 30s and their knees are fine. They've got no injuries. Okay, they can probably squat all the way down to the bucket and get a great squat. But let's say somebody else is 50 and the knees are a little shaky and the strength is not the same in the thighs as it once was. Well, let's modify that squat. Let's do a box squat. Let's sit down to a chair or a bench. Let's have something to aim for that person. There's always a way to modify an exercise to match where somebody is, because everybody cannot start at the same point.
What about 60, like in your 60s plus? I know you said 50s. Like, what would you, is that a chair exercise? Is it dependent upon the mobility? Like you said, the mobility is everything, but what would you say for that person 60 plus, like say 65 plus, what would you recommend for them to do?
Well, it comes down to the same deal. They can do the same exercises. And let's talk about this 60 plus thing, okay?
Yeah.
Because I have a good amount of 60 plus year old clients, women, who are doing full squats, who are doing full push-ups.
Are you talking about me? Go ahead.
Okay, who are doing exercises that the average person would say, well, I don't think that they could do that. No, they have built this over time. It's just like saving money. It's compound interest. This is compound strength. And
right there, mic drop.
And this builds up over time.
Yeah. So you're saying there's nothing that they can, any age group, it's the modification, like you said, it's the execution of what they're doing, of what the exercise is.
Yes, it's the execution. It's not
less
so much
reps and so
exercise,
forth.
Yes,
Yeah.
it could be less reps. It could be different form. It could be a different way of doing the move, but it can be done.
Yeah. Miss Phyllis says faith, and she says happy weekend to everyone. Miss Claire says good morning, happy 4th, America. Rashana says hello, are you Dr. Peterson from WURD? And Just Maria says she loves Dr. Eric E.T., the hip hop preacher. You. Yes. Motivational, man. If you're looking for some motivation this morning and every morning, YouTube, audiobook, get on it. Dr. Peterson, this ain't Dr. Peterson show. It is Soulful Sunrise. All right. That's enough love for Dr. Peterson. Put in the chat what you doing. All right, so for Sunrise, it's time for us to take a break. We're coming back with Fitman, Fade Man, and maybe he's going to give us one exercise, and explain to us, because a lot of times he mentions squat. Why is doing squats the foundation of what we do? Why is that important? When we come back, of course.
Okay.
We'll be right back. You were ready to go with more Soulful Sunrise. And Miss Cynthia says, good morning. Special shout out to Niall and Dr. Peterson. All right, I'm not shouting him out anymore. We'll be right back after these messages. We are with our resident expert this morning, Fitman, Fade Man. He talks to us about consistency each and every time he's on the first Friday of each month. I want to ask you a couple questions. I want someone to call in and ask if they have a question, because you are getting a certified hair professional coach, a instructor, you are a sprinter, so many different things you own. The name of your gym again is
the Fitman Performance and Physique Center in Abington.
Yes, Fitman and Fademan Performance Physique Center, right in Abington, PA. So you can call in and speak to him, find out what he has going on. But Mike, and the number is 215-634-8065. Quick questions I have for you. With Black Mental Health Month, talk to us about what training, coming to the gym or not, does to our mental wellness. Part.
Well, listen, Karen, workout I've ever done where afterwards I was like, you know what, I shouldn't have did that. So I could go in any type of mood, you know. I could be sad, I could be down, you know, things might not be going as planned in life. Once you start training, once you start feeling better, once the endorphins start flowing, your mindset changes within the workout.
Love that. And with this heat wave, folks want to go outside. Optimal time to go outside if you're going to do an outside workout and not go to the gym, because your topic was, can you stay in shape without living at the gym? So optimal peak time now, would it be what time to go outside before the UV rays is so high? What would you tell people?
Let me tell you, in this heat wave that we got going on right now, okay, the optimal time might have been an hour ago. Okay, because
so we missed that time.
Well, I mean, you could probably still pull it off now, but this heat is rising very quickly, and it's not just so much the heat; it's also the humidity.
Oh my God,
which can create a really dangerous situation.
Yeah. So stay in, as you said, air condition. If you're able to, if you have a fan, be in that scenario. Nutrition. You always say, you can do as much work as you want, but nutrition, there is a formula that you say for being your best self, being fit. Tell us that formula again as relates to nutrition and movement and so forth. As I sweat, I glisten.
So I want to touch on the first thing that you said, because I have a statement on that. You can train 7 days a week like Rocky Balboa.
Or Joe Frazier.
Or the great smoking Joe Frazier, okay?
Yes.
But if you are eating like Homer Simpson, okay?
The visual game.
Okay, that's going to cancel out the gains that you can truly make. So it really comes down to consistency with the nutrition. And you know what I always tell you? Comes down to quality, but it also comes down to quantity. You've got to count and know exactly the intake that's coming in. That's what's going to control the fat loss.
Man, last week I was making oatmeal bake, and I took a cup. It said a cup, because normally I just, freestyle, put that in.
Okay.
It said a cup of blueberries, and I did a cup of blueberries. And I was like, man, this is what a cup of blueberries look like? So even that's an antioxidant. You freestyle with the blueberries. You be like, shh. And I was like, wow, it made such a difference in the equation of my baked oats. And I put some flaxseed in it. I put flaxseed. I put the blueberries. I put cinnamon. I put water as opposed to almond milk. And I did some shaved almonds. And I baked that for 20 minutes. I was sustained, my word sustainability, for like a good 2.5 hours.
There you go. Because also, with those oats, you've got complex carbohydrates. which your body doesn't use as fast as simple carbohydrates.
Man, I mean, it's all those little things that we have that you can do. What else do I want to ask you? Wait, let me look in the chat. Sis Margaret says good morning. Miss Phyllis says Dr. Peterson posted he loves your show. I love his show also, but he can't be taken up all the time on my show. Miss Cynthia says my word is faint, inspired by Karen and Niall's conversation early on. I've aged. My home is my gym. Yeah, so I guess that's a great question for our seniors who at this time are up, right? I was reading this quote that said, at a certain age, you get your coffee, your tea, and you eat early and you stay home more because everything outside is like it takes more time, but you don't want your energy to be compromised and so forth. So to our seniors, our Soulful Sunrisers who have home gym, are there any particular equipments that they would need? Like, should they have weights? Should they have gloves? Should they have a waistband? Like, what would you tell that population that works out at home?
It always comes back to what it always comes back to. We just stick with the basics, and we just get really good at doing them. So for someone at home, a set of dumbbells, you can hit your whole body. You can hit your legs, your back, your chest, your arms. Like, you can do the whole thing with just a set of dumbbells. That's all you truly need at home.
So do we need to do a demo? I could go get my dumbbells and you could do a demo, just instruct me and I could show what to do at home. You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. What do I need? Like, is there a particular weight size I need to get?
What do you have?
I have up to 10.
10 could work for the
I wasn't ready for that. But okay. one or two.
One is fine.
All right, I'm gonna run back. I'll be right back.
Yeah, one is
You
fine.
can talk to the audience.
Yeah. One is fine. So 10 will work fine for the demonstration here. Like I said, just a set of dumbbells will get the job done. So with that 10-pound bell, what you can do is
Okay, I ain't lie to you. I didn't get the 10. I got the 7. I had to put it it's hot, but I'm ready. Go ahead.
Oh, well, what we can do is just the basic goblet squat. The basic goblet squat.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to hold that dumbbell up.
Up like this?
Only need one dumbbell.
Okay.
Dumbbell. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're going to hold that dumbbell kind of like this.
Or like here?
There you go. Yes. And then you're going to squat up and down. This is
so why is squat so important? Because everything you talk about is the squat. Talk about the foundation.
Well,
about that.
It's a foundational exercise that we have to do every single day. So if you want to get some fruit out of your refrigerator down in the crisper, guess what? You got to squat down. You got, if you want to pick something up off the ground, you got to squat down. If you want to get in and out of your car, you got to squat down. So this exercise follows us all throughout life. And the stronger that our legs are, the stronger that our core is, the stronger that our back is, it makes all those life things that a lot of us take for granted just much easier. Who wants to struggle sitting in their car? Who wants to struggle trying to get into their refrigerator and squat down? So this is why we need to do squats. And squats can be done with dumbbells like the goblet squat. It can be done with body weight. It could be done with the barbell squat. So there's a lot of different ways that it can be done to strengthen our lower body.
And how many reps would you do? Like 12? Would you do 3 sets of 12? What would you say to the person? Yeah.
The amount of weight that you're using is going to be dictated by what your end goal is. So somebody who is training exclusively only for strength, they're probably going to use lower reps, 3, 4, 5. Somebody who's training for a bit more conditioning, a bit more muscle growth, might use 8, 9, 10. The key though is that I would keep most of the reps probably between about 5 and 12 reps.
That's what I do, 12, like 3 sets of 12. But we have a question for you.
Okay.
Miss Margaret says, question for Fitman. Can you give me advice as I wait for my knee replacement? I have a treadmill, but I'm only on it for about 10 minutes. I've lost the qualifying weight for surgery, but just need some moving suggestions for now.
So, very personal story. My mother and father and aunt both all had their knees replaced. We couldn't do a lot of knee dominant exercises because they cause pain. But what we started doing more of was like hip dominant exercises. So things like Romanian deadlifts, okay? Things that train the hamstrings and the glutes and the hips so that they could still have that type of strength, because squats became very difficult at that time. Just to even bend that knee and to get down would cause so much pain. So if you can start to do more hip-based exercises, RDLs, deadlifts, and things like that, you can still get a good training effect.
Love that. Thank you for that answer. Fitman, how can people connect with you, reach you, any specials you got going on? Tell the Soulful Sunrisers how they can connect with you after the show and, get fit with you.
Well, the easiest way to connect with me is to call or text me, 2646017.
You got cut out again. Do it again. You got cut out.
Okay, so the easiest way to connect with me is to call or text me at 267-460-1790. That's the easiest way. You can also connect with me through my website, through filling out my 21-day fit intake form. Okay, that's how most people in my program get started. You fill out a form. I look at it, look at the answers, and if I like what I see, okay, because everybody can't just come up in here. If
and every money ain't good money, so yeah.
Okay, so if I like what I see, if I see somebody who is willing to change, somebody who's willing to commit, somebody who's willing to unleash their inner greatness, I'm gonna contact you back, and we're gonna get this process started.
Yep. Like you said, release that inner greatness. Well, this is all the time we have. Is there one thing you need us to say? Miss Phyllis says thank you. Sis Margaret says thank you. Is there anything that I missed that you want to get out before we go in 30 seconds or seconds?
I think that we got it all, but Philadelphia, just stay consistent.
Stay consistent.
Okay.
Sending love to you and your family, your wife, as this celebration happens and continues. Have a blessed day. And thanks again for sharing your expertise with us on Soulful Sunrise and rising with us. Stay safe this holiday weekend and continue to spread history of who we are. Peace and love, everyone. Thank you, Fitman, Fitman. Have a great holiday weekend, y'all.
Thank you, Karen.
You're welcome. We out and we black. Peace.
Yes, we are.